How to read a single character from the user. Is there a way of reading one single character from the user input? For instance, they press one key at the terminal, and it is returned, sort of like getch. I know there's a function in Windows for it, but I'd like something that is cross-platform.
Here's a link to the Active State Recipes site that says how you can read a single character in Windows, Linux, and OS X. Getch, like unbuffered character reading from STIN on both Windows and Unix. Will basically read 1 byte from STIN. If you must use the method which does not wait for the \n, you can use this code as suggested in previous answer. Taken from this URL.
Worth trying is the Richa library, which is in part based on the active state recipe mentioned in other answers, but has come a long way since. Installation. Usage. This was tested on Windows and Linux with Python 3.9. It should also work in PyCharm terminal. Keycodes are not always the same between Windows and Linux, but the library provides platform-specific definitions like richa.key.f1 to help with that. Since Linux reports most special keys as escape sequences, starting with \x1b, read key, gets confused if you hit the actual escape key, reported by the terminal as a solitary \x1b. This is unfortunately a common Unix problem, with no truly reliable solution. Note that while read key raises keyboard interrupt on Ctrl+C, see richa.config, other Linux signal keys, e.g. Ctrl+D and Ctrl+C, are caught and returned as \x04 and \x1a, respectively, which may or may not be desirable. For an input prompt-like functionality similar to Python's input, consider this issue.
The active state recipe quoted verbatim in 2 answers is over-engineered. It can be boiled down to this.
An alternative method. From this blog post.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.